Hello and welcome to Organic Edible Garden. Experience has told me that it's now time to plant my garlic and shallots. If you live in a cooler climate, it's probably best to plant your garlics and shallots at the traditional planting time, which is the shortest day of the year. We've enriched this bed with a lot of good compost because we know garlic are gross feeders. Also, by adding organic material to this bed, we raise it up because garlic like really good drainage. Also, a raised bed keeps the bed warmer in winter. Garlics and shallot like to grow in a soil with a pH of between about 6 and 7, which is your average for most of your vegetables. However, if you haven't tested your bed for a few years, it's often good to get a kit and just test the pH of your soil in the bed. The first thing we're going to do is separate the cloves from the bulb. It's really important we don't damage these cloves because that can end up rotting during the growing season. We're going to keep all the large cloves for planting. All of the small cloves in the garlic bulb we'll keep, but we'll keep them for cooking. Because the bigger the clove, the better the size bulb we're going to get. Planting the garlic simply means just pushing the clove into the soil. If you live in a colder climate, it probably means pushing it just below the surface of that soil. But because we live in a warmer, humid conditions, we only plant our garlic cloves a third to a half in the soil. The reason we do this is because we live in quite a wet area, and if these cloves are sitting in the wet soil for too long, they can rot. We plant our cloves about 20 centimetres apart. We do this because our cloves get quite large, and also they like a good air movement between them. And always remember, planting with the pointy end up. Next, we're going to give them some fertilizer. We're going to give them an all-purpose fertilizer that is high in NPK and other minerals. Giving them a fertilizer like sheep pellets, blood and bone, or even chicken manure, which is really high in nitrogen, is not what we want for our garlic. We'll end up getting with lots of leaf growth and not enough bulb. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to water the garlic in. This will bed it in and spread the fertilizer around. Within a week, we're probably going to get a good shoot from each of these garlic cloves. And in about 6 to 8 weeks, we're going to give it another dressing of fertilizer, just to give it that boost and size up the garlic. And finally, what we're going to do is we're going to end up hooping our garlic. The reasons I do this is because the poo geckos love to dig them up, but if you've got cats or dogs doing the same thing, it's often good just to put a net over them.